Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be checking out the new Sony G M 50mm f1.2 lens, which I'm so excited about. We are going to be doing a real world review with this lens, taking it out on location for a portrait photo shoot to see how it performs in the real world. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys a lot of my unedited 100% crops of the photos that we're taking today, so if you haven't yet, switch this video to 4K so you can see all the details, the sharpness, and the quality of this lens in the photos that we're taking. And I would also love if you would subscribe to my channel. I make new photography related videos every single week, and I will have more videos on this 50-1.2 coming out soon, including a comparison with the Zeiss 50 1.4. But we're gonna get started on this. I want to start with some photos here in the sun because it looks so pretty. If you stand in that little patch, and can you take a few steps back until you see your head in the shadow? A little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So you got like a nice halo of light around you there. So I'm gonna start off with some mid-length portraits, just cropping off here. Yeah, really like soft and pretty movements for this one would be perfect. I am starting off with some photos on the Sony A7III, and we will be shooting on the A7C as well later on in this video to see how this lens performs on both cameras. I'm using IAF and continuous autofocus during this photo shoot. I also have a small flexible focus point that I keep on my model's eye at all times. I'm gonna shoot from like kind of down here a little. Oh, that looks incredible. Could you grab your hands and stretch them outwards? Yep. You can bring them up maybe towards your face. Yeah, beautiful. Wow, the bokeh in this location is crazy. I want to say a huge thank you to Sony Australia for getting this 50 1.2 in my hands early so I can test it out and make this video for you guys. I do want to mention that this is not a paid review. They don't ask me to say anything in particular, and they don't review the video before I post it, so all opinions are completely my own. And then I think we'll do one sitting down here as well. I'm gonna do some without the lens hood as well because we've got some really strong backlight here, and we'll see what kind of lens flares we can get out of this lens. The lens flare from this lens is absolutely beautiful. I really love that it has a soft, washed out blue-white color, making it so easy to blend into your photos if you're after a really dreamy look to your backlit images like I am. The positioning of the lens flare is great as well. From my experience with this shoot, it always framed my subject's face nicely and was never covering up anything important in my usual portrait compositions. I love shooting with lens flares in my work, so this is something that's very important to me. Oh my god, this is so pretty. So we have some really beautiful soft backlight here, which I'm making use of, and we've got Lily almost right in the bushes there in a very uncomfortable spot, but it looks so good because she's just surrounded by these blue flowers here. Before we move on to the autofocus, something so crazy I noticed is that there is no chromatic aberration, like none, in any of these photos. And you guys can see just how strong the backlight is, so that's really cool to see. Let me get some landscape ones as well. Okay, so I'm cropping off around here. Do you want to try one looking over your shoulder at me? I'm getting a bit closer. Can you bring your hand hand up towards your shoulder. Yeah. So while we're in this spot, I also want to try out the minimal close focusing distance with this lens as well. So I'm going to try and get as close as I possibly can to Lily's face. After you use the viewfinder, the sun is so bright, I can't see anything. Okay, it's still in focus. Whoa, that's so close. Okay, there, it's out. So that's about as close as I can get. Ooh, that looks cool. We'll go this side because there's like some sun. Oh, that's perfect. So I've tucked Lily into the flowers. It looks really nice because she's now very much surrounded by them. So we've got some incredible bokeh happening in the top right-hand corner. And I'm also using the blue flowers just here as some foreground blur. Do you want to sit with your shoulders a little more straight towards me? Do you want to bring your hands up to your face as well? Another thing that is so beautiful from this lens is the bokeh. It's really clean and well defined. I feel like these shots here with the blue flowers show off what a 50mm f1.2 can really do for portraits out in the field. It's shots like this that gives me the reason to pull out my 50mm during a wedding portrait photo shoot or a client shoot, and I think this location with all the foliage and the beautiful backlight really suits a lens like this. We also did some video tests with the 50-1.2 on the Sony A7III. This is the first spot we're shooting in with autofocus and standard picture profile. There will be another video test in our next location at the end of the videos for you guys to look at, and we shot that in Cinetone. So I'm getting some last few portraits on the A7 III before we switch cameras, and now that we're in the shade, I'm noticing that the IAF is working a lot stronger. I feel like with the backlit, it was a little bit hit and miss and I had to rely more on my focus point to get the shot in focus. But honestly, that's pretty expected with light so strong. Oh, that looks so cool with the sun in your face. I love that. Wait, I'll get a full body shot here. That's awesome. I like that with your leg up, actually, it looked really nice. Perfect. And then I also wanted to try if you could lean your elbow on this fence. I probably gave this lens the hardest photo shoot to see how well it can focus. We have really strong and directional backlight, which I am making full use of, so this is a hard lighting situation for many cameras and lenses to focus in. Lily also has bangs, which a lot of the time would cover her eyes or part of her eyes, so I was really curious to take a look at the photos we were taking on my computer. During these extreme backlit photos, I found the IAF was doing a fairly good job at keeping track of Lily's eyes, but I was relying more than usual on my small focus point to get focus. As soon as we were in more normal lighting conditions like the shade, weaker and less directional backlight or direct sun, the IAF was performing strong like I am used to with my other G Master lenses. There were some photos out of focus, but these were only when her bangs were completely covering her eyes, so it wouldn't have been a usable shot anyway. Aside from that, I'm actually so impressed with the shots that were in focus. There were some pretty crazy ones that I wasn't sure if they were going to be tack sharp on her eyes or not, but it turns out that they were. You guys would have been able to see this already throughout the shoot in my unedited 100% crops. I switched over to the A7C, so we're gonna get some final shots of this during golden hour, which is super strong right now, so I'm excited to see how the autofocus is. I mean, straight away the IAF is right there. The A7 III was struggling a little bit more during the backlit shots. I think it's also no surprise that the photos that are in focus are absolutely beautiful. I feel like Sony is really on a roll with their lenses so far this year because I loved the G Master 35 1.4 and I love this lens as well. When you zoom in, you can see so much texture. Her skin, every eyelash, her iris, and her hair all have so much detail. In fact, there were some shots near the beginning where you can even see the pollen flying in the air. And I'm gonna get one with the sun like right behind your face. And then can we also try one if you sit with your legs facing towards the sand, and I'll get some of you looking over your shoulder at me. And this looks so cool. Would it look cool if you had one hand kind of up? That hand was even grabbing your hair like this, like you're kind of about to pull it back. Yeah, I like with your head up, they look really good there. Are you able to put your hands kind of like this on your temple? Ooh, I like that. Alright, that's cool. And then, do you want to get some video on the A7S3?
Yeah.
So that is it for today's photo shoot. I had so much fun shooting on this 50-1.2. It's such a dreamy lens. I feel like it really suits my style of photography with the beautiful bokeh and the backlight. I really, really loved using this today, and I would love to know which ones were your favorite photos down in the comments below, and also what you think of this lens as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. I make new videos every single week, so I'll see you all next time. Bye!